Hey, how about this music? Remember this music? Is it playing?
Coming in gently today.
This was the first one that I put together from the very, very beginning. And I thought, wow, this is a cool one, man. I haven't heard it in a while, and we think we'll do it. So there you go. Well, welcome to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Yes. Let me say my name.
I want to make one quick brag. Nick.
Okay. Hold on. All right. What do you got?
In our call reluctance class, he called 5 people yesterday, didn't use a script, just kind of was himself, and got 2 people to agree to appointments. Way to go, Nick, brother.
Who did this?
Nick Nicholas.
Nick.
Yeah, but he had to make. He had to talk to 5 people to make that happen, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
there's that.
The struggle was real.
Yeah, the struggle was real. Yeah, it wasn't 2 for 2. It was 2 for 5.
Yeah.
So,
there you go. Yeah. Hey, well, congrats, Nick. Good job, man. Excellent work, my friend.
Way to go, Nick.
Good stuff, man. All right. Well, wow. Here we are. Man,
hey, I got a question.
What do you got, Carl? Give us your question.
How long in time, in minutes or seconds or whatever, when you set a meeting and they go, yeah, or here's a referral for you, how long is the average phone call? Does it take 15 minutes to make it happen on the call? Is it 30 seconds? Is it 3 minutes? Like what is that? How much time is, and it might be the 5th call, it might be the 1st call, hell, it might be the 23rd, I don't know. But the day they said yes, how long was that call?
Oh, I see what you're saying, like the total aggregate time. So like if I had
that one call.
Oh, just that one call.
Yeah, that one call. Like I'm calling I'm calling Sharon Wolford, I wanna treat her coffee or show her this new program I got or whatever that thing is. And the day she says yes, how long was that conversation?
We should ask Nick that. Nick, how long were those conversations? When they said yes, how long was your chat with them before they said, sure, I'll meet with you?
Between 2 minutes and 6 minutes.
Okay. Interesting. That was going to be my guess.
So let's call it 5 minutes.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Hey, Nick, on those 2, was it the 1st call, the 23rd call? Just off the top of your head, more or less.
First call.
First call.
It's I started a new way of doing things. I'm calling people that have opened my emails.
Oh, that's great.
I'm getting a whole lot, whole lot more action out of it. It's working a lot better.
So you've created a warm and fuzzy crowd.
Correct.
Very interesting. Kind of like the Facebook ads or that same kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Very clever. Good for you, man.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Nick, what are you sending out in the emails?
It's the company. My company has in the marketing department. They have a whole series of emails that are going out, and I'm using the Total Expert thing, and it gives me really great information. Who's open, how many's open, things like that.
And what kind of thing? Like when it's sending out these emails, what's the basic message or messages or like what's the theme of it?
Just basically different call to actions, different. There's a whole series. There's like the one that I'm in is a 5-part series. It's 5 weeks, and then there's another one that's 15 weeks. But
what's the general topic? Like, is it, hey, here's a little trick and tip, and oh, by the way, send me your business kind of thing? Or
basically, just hitting on different things. Some programs, just some ideas. Okay. I wish I had taken credit for writing it. I didn't, but I'm just using what they produce, and it's working great.
Even better. I mean, come on.
Well, Nick, I'm always reminded, I don't take the credit for building my car, but I am the one that drives it and gets me there.
Yeah,
Amen.
right?
Yeah.
Amen.
Good stuff. Yeah. Well, great stuff, man. Awesome. Hey, let's get to, it is Wednesday, so you know what that means, my friends. It is Flux Capacitor Wednesday. The Flux Capacitor is in the chat. It's already there. Anyone want to take a guess at what it is? Well, don't bother. I'm going to tell you. 25% of the year is left, Carl.
Yeah.
25%.
God, when did that happen?
I know. Didn't we just, yeah, wasn't it just New Year's like a minute
Man, our
ago?
Christmas party's coming up.
Yeah. Well, and that brings us to the most important segment of Wednesdays for Kristen Simpson is how many days till Christmas? Kristen, it's only 92 days.
Uh-oh.
92 days to Christmas. So you must be just going absolutely berserk over there.
Well, she's trying to figure out how do you get the tree to last that long, right? That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
she's trying to figure out. So.
I
we
was
talk
just
about
talking about it yesterday with my son, with my youngest, and I was saying, all right. He goes, Mom, the day after Halloween, maybe even that night, we're putting the tree up. I was like, I'm down. I might have to talk to your father about that one, but I'm down. Let's do it.
So, Kristen, do you do a real tree or do you got the fake one?
We used to do a real one. My oldest had asthma and they recommended we didn't. So I've got artificials. But I used to have one for every room, but now I only have
One for every room. Wow.
Yeah, now she doesn't put them in the bathrooms anymore. All the others, but not the bathrooms.
I have three now. But
I love it. Great stuff. Fun stuff. All right. Well, good enough. And I got one question in the chat for you guys in the chat. I'm just curious, with respect to Christmas, what percentage of your Christmas shopping do you have done already? Just curious. What percent? Zero. Zero. It's all 1%. Sharon, she's got something on the board. Yeah, look at that. Nobody. So 25. Marty. Wow. -10.
Which means he borrowed money from him, hadn't paid him back.
So that's so fun.
I did pick up a few gifts this weekend. I'm not going to lie. I was out and about.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for it. I was looking for something else, but I saw a few things and.
Yeah, Ron, it's not Christmas Eve yet.
Yeah.
My house has got packages arriving from, Amazons and whatever. And I know that's
I'm with Dawn. Like I'm probably half done, kind of thing. Dawn said, 50%, so I do. We pick up stuff all during the year, and we got a special room in the house. Or there's a closet, where so we don't forget them. And,
right.
Yeah, we get ours, all throughout the year.
I have a question for you. Did you buy your white elephant gift for the Christmas party yet, Carl?
That I wait till the last minute for.
Okay.
Yeah, that I wait till the last minute for. So, and I like what Marcio said, 95%, but of 2024.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Well, hey, man. Carl, today is the town hall?
Today is the town hall, and it's also the Get Blitzed. Thank you, Miss Kristen.
You're welcome.
We're having the Call Stars Blitz today, and we're going to be calling our past database using the refinance toolkit, so we're going to be everybody. So everybody that's a member, we're going to be signing on today on the East Coast link. We're going to be signing on at 9:30 this morning, and we'll be on all throughout the day for those of you in the West Coast. And then we're going to talk about we're going to give you the scripts, which you've already got. It's on the website, but we'll remind you. We'll put the scripts in the chat box there, and then there's a set of scripts for people that you've actually done the loans for, and then there's scripts for people that like the sphere of influence. So if you're brand new in the business, we have a sphere of influence. And then if you're just really getting started and you need help with real estate agents, we're gonna have a little script section on that too, and it starts at 9:30. So first 10 minutes we talk about scripting, and then we're gonna make some money. And boy, I tell you, it's a great time. Did you see that refinance applications were up by 60%?
Goodness. Yeah. Craziness.
It's crazy. And rates really didn't drop. We're just getting, gang, I'm telling you, those of you that hung in there, which is everybody here, we're going to be well rewarded. I'm telling you, it's going to be an absolute gangbusters. I'm hoping that it's kind of doing what it's doing and rates don't like drop real fast. So we can't get it all. Like the apples are falling out of the tree so fast you can't pick them up. And so it's really, really, really starting to pick up. We're seeing it in our branch. It's really starting to pick up. So yeah, make sure you're participating in this and get blitzed with us today at 9:30. So yeah, and we're doing the town hall too, which is awesome. But to get blitzed, like people say, hey, what should I do? Those members go get blitzed, man. Let's go make some money.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. All right. The link for the town hall is being asked. It's mortgagetownhall.com.
Which is awesome. I'm not downplaying it. Don't get me wrong. But, I had some members ask me yesterday, hey, which should I do? Go on the call stars and let's make some money.
If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time.
Oh, wait, listen what Yumi says in the chat. I've closed 4 deals in the last month from our last blitz.
Wow. There you go. Hey, you put the blitz together with the new refi toolkit, man. This is just going to be crazy.
I'm telling
you. I guarantee you tomorrow there's going to be people like, man, I got 6. I got 5.
And I just wanted to give Jen the credit. So Jen Z and Meg are the ones that came up with the idea. And so just absolutely brilliant idea. And which another thing, by the way, surround yourself with leaders. Like surround yourself with people that, there's an old saying that I learned from Perry. I hire people that tell me what to do, not the other way around. And I love that. That's worked out really, really well. So kudos for Jen. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about today, is it, Frank?
No, it's not. But we are talking about superheroes, because didn't somebody say superheroes? Because I think that's what we're talking about today. Yeah, we are going to have Marty, Guy, Fink, Melissa, Rochelle as our featured guest this morning.
What a great story.
Yeah, I want you to lead this one, Carl, because you're the one who suggested this. I think it was on Monday. You suggested this, and we said, "Well, hey,
I'm going to let them tell their own story." So, hey, hey, guys, Marty, Melissa, here's what I need you to do right now: is we're all friends here, we're all buddies. I need you to take your humble hats off. All right, so we're here to help inspire people. We're here to help them, give them ideas. Hey, go do this. So the humbleness, let's kind of put it. I get that when we're around our friends and, people that we don't know, we need to be very humble, but this is not the time for that. So, how'd you guys meet, first of all?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for having us on here. I do want to say that. And I appreciate this community very much. You guys, you're not just my friends. I feel like you guys are family most of the time. And so that I wanted to start off with that. But Melissa, you want to tell them how we met?
So we're both in Virginia Beach. We are both getting out there networking, and that's where we met at one of our women's in business networking events.
Nice. And at the time, when was that? When did you what let's timestamp that.
Ooh, that was maybe like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think, it was about 2 years ago we met each other at the networking event. But we also were friends on Facebook. So you know how you friend people on Facebook and you know them by face and you finally meet them in person. So that was how we that's how we met.
Started on Facebook and then met in person and then would see each other at these networking events. It's a big city, but it's really small. Everybody knows everybody, and you feel how small the world is by living in a big city and running into people all the time. So we would always run into each other.
And you were a loan partner, is that correct? Like a loan officer assistant?
Correct.
And how long did you do that for?
For 3 years. My first year, I was a junior LO and just took applications, did over 300 credit pulls in my first year. And then my loan officer that I worked for had like a whole back end team. So once it went under contract, I just shot it off to the team. And that was pretty much what I did my first year. And then the next 3 years, I was a loan partner and I was like a pre-approval special. I did all the things that I did as a junior. Plus, I wanted to learn what happened on the back end. So, followed the contract all the way through to closing.
All right. And when did you hang up your loan partner hat and put on your, I'm going to originate loans now?
January 2025, this year.
So this year. And so, and when you switched hat, did you bring those relationships with you or did you start new relationships?
I started new relationships. I mean, I had relationships, but obviously they had relationships with the prior loan officers that I worked with. So it was really just like friendly. I wasn't calling on them. They weren't part of my calls. So I was calling on all new people.
So you, my friend, are what I call a class act. So that's the way to do it. So good for you. Yeah, never burn bridges, never throw rocks at the people who helped you get there. So good for you. So
unless they call you.
Yeah, I have had
Unless
some
I'm
call me, out of the blue.
Well,
but
of
I didn't
course, of
initiate
course,
that.
of course, I get that. So, so you started with all new people, and then when did you and Marty? When did you hook your horse to Marty's cart?
So I think it was my first call start. So I signed up for MMA in February, and I was getting ready to do my first call stars, and me and Marty had talked at an event and how she was part of Mortgage Marketing Animals. And so I called her and I was like, I need you to hype me up for this first call stars. I don't know what I'm doing. And so she kind of was like, wait a minute. And she kind of was like, hey, I would love to have you over at Homespire if you're open to that. And that is kind of how that started.
Very good.
It started off with how, when she was originating, it started off with a lot of, she wasn't given the support that she needed. And so over here, I knew that she would get the support that she needed, and she was really having trouble. And she was kind of like on an island by herself. So it was kind of like a mutual thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, it's very hard to transfer from somebody's assistant to your own person. Like it's always, kind of and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but it's hard to go from janitor to, president of this division. Yeah, it's really hard. It is. It's hard. It's hard because people see you as that person that you were, not the new person that you are. It's not. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's in their defense, it's hard to do that. So when did you start actually making your calls and start originating?
I would say so. I transitioned to Homespire in March. So I had a good few weeks of Mortgage Marketing Animals. I transitioned to Homespire in March and really started being consistent with my calls after like all the onboarding and the training, probably like April, I would say.
All right. So April, May, June, July, August, and now we're in September. What are you doing? What's September looking like? Or what's the last, I don't know, 60 days look like?
The last 60 days look great. I was a top producer in August. It was the first time. Like I've never closed more than, I think my whole career on my own, I've closed, under a million, maybe a million and a half.
When you, and I want to clarify, when you say your whole career, yeah, all 6 months of it. Yeah. So
well, I did originate some loans as as a loan partner, like on my own, like family and friends.
Okay, I got it.
But I went from 0 to six closed loans in August, 1.8 million. And I have 3 more under contract getting ready to close it.
So in the last 60 days, so month, I don't know, whatever, I might have the math off a little bit, but let's say month 4 and 5 or month 5 and 6, you've got, what's that math? 9. You've had 9 closings the last 60 days. That's really nothing short of spectacular, my friend. So congratulations for you, and Marty, congratulations for being such an inspiration and recognizing the talent and getting her off of the assistant activity and onto the origination, because that's hard. Not only is it hard for the people that you work with to do that, it's hard for you for us to do that too, because I'm used to, and I'm using this air quotes, I'm used to going to sharpen the pencils and getting the coffee and picking up the lunch. I'm used to playing that role, and so it's, getting out of that kind of servant's role isn't the easiest thing to do. So how'd you do it? Like, what's the activity that when you going literally from 0 to 9 here in the last 2 months? Which, by the way, you know what the average loan officer closed last month? 0.4.
Wow.
0.4. So going from average 0.4, right, which means no closings for the month, to 9 in the last 2 months is pretty darn amazing. How'd you make that happen?
Well, I was doing my calls and calling on my agents. When I started, I didn't have, Tuesday update calls or Wednesday past database calls or Thursday pre-approved calls. I was every day doing my Monday realtor calls.
There you go.
And I was trying to think outside of the box. I didn't want to be just the normal, let's meet for coffee. Let's meet for coffee. Do you want to meet for coffee? So I came up with a walk and talk type of an invitation. So I would invite agents to come and take a walk with me, like a 30-minute hour walk. And I would give them the opportunity to like talk about something that they're passionate about. So I had an agent do a video and I would record while we were walking, talking about the buyer broker agreement and what that means.
Okay, wait a second. All right. So I haven't heard this part.
This is interesting.
So it is interesting. So like, what would that like? So I would call realtor Adam and say, "Hey, Adam, my name is Carl, and I want to know if you want to go for a walk with me on Wednesday, like a little 30-minute walk with me."
I would be very transparent. I'd be like, I'm trying to build relationships with realtors. I would love to get to know you. I, don't want to be the normal real loan officer who's inviting you to a coffee. I'm sure you get that all the time. I have some big career goals and health goals this year, so I want to walk more, and I would love to invite you for a walk. If you're interested, I can send you some ideas of things that we could talk about, and we can record some content while we're walking. I'll make a video, share it with you, and then you just push it out to your people if that's something you're comfortable with. A lot of people are like, I don't want to be on camera, and I'm like, that's fine. We just walk and talk. But I had a few. And then the summer came, so I was like, skirt, I'm not be videoing walking in 100-degree weather. So we'll wait for the fall to pick that back up. But I had, one agent talk about the buyer broker, and we kind of it was a conversation. I'd ask questions.
Okay, wait a sec. Wait. So what did you do in July? 'Cause I'm sitting here thinking,
swim and talk.
It's 110 here in Florida, except February, March. Like it's hot here. Up through Christmas for sure. So like, did you transition to?
So I pivoted. Yeah.
And what did the pivot look like? If you weren't walking, were you doing the standard coffee then, or what'd you do?
I was offering to call on their database. So I would be talking to them for a while and like letting them get to know me and, feel trustworthy from me. And then I would, offer them to call on their database. I would just be like, I'm part of this mortgage coaching company, and a big part of our daily success plan is to call 2 hours a day. One of those days is past client database. So if you want to send me your database, I would love to call on them. I made a script, I sent it to them and was like, this is exactly what I'm going to say, just so you're aware. And then I offered to, most of the time I would call the database and then they would be like, no, I don't know anybody. I do the 3x3. Do you know anybody? I'm just calling on behalf of your agent. I just help her check in with her clients, her past clients, just to see how everyone's doing. Also, do you know anybody who's looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Any friends, family, or coworkers? And then most of the time they would say no, because you put them on the spot and they're like, no, I can't think of anybody right now. And I'd be like, okay, well, another way that you could help Christina, is it okay if I send you a text with a link to leave her a review? So that way, more people can find her and have a great realtor just like you did. And that really started driving her some business. I think I got her like 3 listings for the first one that agreed to send me her database. I got her 3 listings out of that. And then she started sending me referrals. She was a team lead on a team of like 5 or 6 agents and started talking about me in their weekly meetings. So then next thing I know, an agent, her partner, that I had also called on at the same time as her, totally shot me down when I first called. She was like, I'm too busy. I'm dealing with stuff. I don't want to meet with anybody. And I'm like, okay. But then the agent that I did get in with started talking about me. She reached out and was like, okay, let's have a convo. And we met and they just started sending me referrals just by talking about what I did. I actually sent a referral to them, which really, they were like, I've never had a loan officer send me a referral before. So I think that really sealed the deal.
Much less a new one. So,
man,
Carl, one thing I have to say about this is, I love her walk cast because she actually does something healthy on hers, and mine, I actually sit down. So, but I probably shouldn't mention this, but the office has somebody that pays for their marketing, but they send their referrals to her. And that is like fantastic to me because they trust her.
That's
the biggest thing.
I'm going to be a little crass here, but that's the difference between being a friend and being a hooker. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm having to pay for your friend, no, I'm serious. I
No,
think
I get it. No,
if I'm
it's
having to
I
pay for
got
your
you.
friendship,
Yeah,
it's not a solid relationship.
Yep.
it's true.
But if we have a relationship built upon mutual admiration, referring back and forth, that's a partnership. And it's a big difference. Mr. Johnson, a couple good things I got out of this, man. So number one, when somebody yelled at her, she didn't stop and
That's
go, "Oh,
right.
everybody's yells. Nobody wants to calls. Everybody's calling. This isn't going to work." She went, "Okay, cool," and did it again, and then
That's
did it
right.
again, and again. And the second thing I really liked about this too is I love how she's asking for the reviews. Because then at the end of the day, even if I didn't get a referral out of her database, which oftentimes we don't on that day, it's the subsequent weeks
Yeah.
and months later that we get those deals. But she can immediately show results of making the phone calls because they log on. Hey, you got 3 more reviews. Awesome.
Yep.
I got results. Instead of, well, maybe we'll get results in 90 days kind of thing, you get that instant jolt
Yeah.
of hey, I did something for you. Absolutely brilliant, Melissa. So good stuff.
There's a couple times too. So with Melissa and I've gone through the same things, almost the exact same path almost with our careers. But when I started here, you almost give up when you get to that 90 days and you're not
Mm.
getting anything. You get like,
Mm-hmm.
all the credit challenged leads and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she called me one day, I'm just not getting anything. I'm doing all this work. And I know she's making the calls. I've heard her. Our
Yeah.
offices are right next to each other, So I said, don't give up. Even, our boss told her not to give up and, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. And then it's like, all of a sudden it starts flooding in. And I remember the day she called, she's like, I got another one. I got another one. I got another one. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is we might as well have been jumping up and down in the hallway, celebrating, but it was really, really great. So another thing we did too over the summer is we started doing monthly MoveTube events in our office. And one thing that we focus on, I know it's getting to the top of the hour, but one thing that we focus on in here is we're not looking for a gigantic group, which it works out so much better because when you have a smaller group, you can get in here and actually show them how to use it and record your AI voice on there too. So we have a lot of fun doing that. We make it like a movie star or a movie kind of setup thing. So it's really fun how we do that together, and we're still the only ones in Virginia Beach on MoveTube. So
That's
I think
amazing.
Nice.
You know why?
Robert Ashburn, you need to get on there.
You know why? You know why? The others are still thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so while some people are thinking, other people are doing. And I tell you, I just love you guys' story. Marty shared it with me, I don't know, a month or two ago, something like that. Said, hey, this person is really starting to make some really good waves. And it was like 10 o'clock at night. And she texted me this picture of top producer award that both of you got, and which I just loved, So, and I love the simplicity of what you're doing. Like, this is not a lot of moving parts to this thing. It's just doing and not quitting, and it's a classic case, Frank, of feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the
Mhm.
fear and do it anyway. Just a classic case. So congratulations, guys.
Only works all the time.
It only works all the time. But you just can't quit. Like, you gotta keep at it and take the right approach, right? The right scripts, of course, helps. And I tell you, Marty, working with the right team, is somebody that supports you, believes in you, maybe even before we believe in ourselves. The culture of the community is everything. And Marty, you're just a great um, leader, and so good stuff, man.
Hey, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. Want to let you know, MoveTube is probably one of the easiest ways to get the attention of top producing real estate agents out there, because with MoveTube, you give them a tool that they can use on their listing appointments that lets them say, hey, list with me. I'm going to get your home on TV. It's a real game changer. If you want to learn more, just go to movetubestudio.com, movetubestudio.com.
Yeah.
I agree, but also I have to shout out Mortgage Marketing Animals and everybody in there. They just did everything to like lift me up and prop me up and make me feel so good about what I accomplished. So I appreciate everybody in this community.
Yeah. Hey, one last question. So my suspicion is you've had a major boost of income here in the last 60 days. Like all kidding aside, like what does that feel like?
It feels good to have a cushion in my savings account again because, several months there, I had 0 loans.
Sure.
So I was that's what got me to the point where I was like, okay, this is getting scary. I'm a big future planner. So I look, several months out at, my calendar, my bills, my budget. And it was getting very scary. And that's when I was like, I think I might need to look for a part-time job. And I was like, but I didn't want to because I wanted to, keep my focus. And I had Marty and you guys telling me, it's coming, you're doing the things, it's coming, just stay the course. And that's the result of that.
And I have to tell you something, part-time job never works out ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
We end up doing full-time Walmart or whatever, and nothing wrong with that, right?
No,
There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, this is not a part-time gig, and it never, ever. I've never once heard somebody go, "Hey, I'm going to start driving Uber now for a little while," and then come back. I'm sure it happens. I've never heard that story.
Yeah, and I just went back to my January goals and was like, no, I said I was going to do this, and I am going to do it.
Good for you.
Man, hey, Carl, you know what I'm hearing here?
Tell me.
Water boils at 212.
Yeah. Just real quick, what do you mean by that?
Oh, I like it when you describe it.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I don't know if you did a podcast on this or training or something. I hadn't thought about it before, but Carl was talking about how water boils at 212 degrees, not 209, not 210, not 211, but it boils at 212. And so it's just a description and a visual of how many of us stop before
at 209.
At 209, yeah.
Yeah, we turn the burner down and go, oh, this isn't going to work.
And this is why I think you need a community too. Not I think, I know you do. Somebody like Marty who's in your corner, anybody on here, Mortgage Marketing Animals, whatever that looks like for you. But because it is so easy to get to that 90-day mark, right, Melissa, and be like, oh my gosh, it's like where it's not working. It is working. You're planting the seed. You just haven't seen the harvest yet.
Yeah.
And I'll go along with the 212 analogy here. What I see in Marty, Melissa, and all the others, ones that are here that do so well, we hear from all the time is like, if you're gonna make it in this business, you have to be all in. Like you have to do all of it, right? You have to do it every day. You have to be all in, fully dedicated to the business. And if you put into place the plan with that attitude, right, it just only works all the time. And we say that as a cliche, but it is true. But you have to be all in. Like Melissa said, I was thinking part-time job, that would have ruined everything because then you wouldn't be all in. You wouldn't be able to do this. You have to be all in. If you're going to win in this business, you have to have realtor relationships. If you're going to have realtor relationships, you have to be fully committed to it, all in. That's it.
The other thing is too, and I'm just sitting here thinking about this. We say coffee generically, but it doesn't have to be coffee.
No.
Yeah.
Right. It's about the offer.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to stick to that one thing. And it's what works for you. And I think somebody in the chat said, how you meet them is how you keep them. And I was like, wow, that's
how you catch them.
Yeah. How you catch them is how you keep them. I was like, oh, I really like that.
Yeah.
That is really, really cool. And you got to be disciplined too. That's a huge part of this. So.
Yeah.
Which the discipline starts in 27 minutes.
Yes.
There you go.
We're starting.
Thank you for letting us talk because I could talk all day.
Thank you,
guys. And I could listen to you. I could listen to you all day too. So thanks so much, Marty. Really great. And I tell you, if I was in Virginia Beach, I'd be knocking on that lady's door. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
So,
yes, if you guys ever come to Virginia Beach, please look us up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Love to meet you.
Well, clearly you're both buying. I mean,
I was going to say,
this goes.
I didn't get my 10% this month, so yeah. So,
hey, man,
good
stuff.
Thank
Good stuff
you.
today, guys. Thank you so much. That was so cool.
Hey, just real quick, Jen and Chris, I know the calendars are really robust, full right now. If somebody like, hey, tell me about the scripts, and whether they join us or not, we're happy to share the scripts with them. What's the best way to get connected right now? Is there any front of the line pass thing that we can do or anything like that?
Well, Jen, what do you think?
So I think, I think they could give us a call at the office and we can try, or you can email into support at the Marketing Animals and we'll get you in, or we'll get you called back.
Here, I tell you what. Email me at carl.white. So carl.white at themarketinganimals.com. And anybody wants help, we'll move you to the front of the line. So just, carl.white at themarketinganimals.com.
Okay.
So good stuff, Frank. What are you doing today, man?
Oh, man. Well, before we get to what I'm doing, Sarah Cox got your hand up. What do you got?
I love Sarah.
Yeah, it's been a minute. You're muted, Sarah, and we're good friends, so I will set
Don't you?
trombone
I will personally fly
Even
out
though
to
you're a
Sacramento.
girl, I will set trombone you.
Not with Sarah,
She
you
might
won't.
be reading
It's
the
coming.
text I just sent
No.
her.
It's coming.
Not a chance.
It's coming.
He's right.
It's, sorry, you got in under the. Okay,
Sarah,
what's up,
I will
Sarah?
personally fly out there and kick his ass for that. So just know
No,
that.
I was looking at Marty's text and I was like, oh crap, I shouldn't have looked away.
I told you it was my fault.
Oh no, you're fine. Well, I just, I'm always hovering kind of in the background because I'm usually getting ready for the day. But I just wanted to say, Melissa, I am so excited for this journey you're on, and I'm so excited for the people that you're on it with, because that's going to make all the difference in the world, is that you are running alongside the right people in your life and the people who are championing your success. And please hear me when I say this. I mean this in the most loving way. Every month isn't going to be 100%. Like every month isn't always going to be this way. So don't let that discourage you. Let that just remind yourself, use that as a testimony to, I know I can do it because I've done it before. But this industry, man, it is a roller coaster ride. So find the people who ground you, who support you, and champion your success, because that's going to be what takes you all the way to the rest of your career. So I just wanted to give you some encouragement, girl. And then anybody else who's on here too. We just closed our biggest month last month, almost 5 million for our team.
Nice.
And
wow.
it was really
Good
exciting
job.
to get there.
How many units is that for you, Sarah?
19.
Good for you, my friend.
Goodness gracious. Great job.
Let's get teeny guys.
Work. Excellent work. Yeah.
And you recognize this story, don't you, Sarah?
I do. It's my story.
That was Sarah's story about 2 years ago. So good for you, Sarah. Good to see you, my friend.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah. One more hand up. Brianna, our new girl. What do you got?
I just wanted to say thank you, Melissa, for sharing your story. I'm like 6 months behind you, but I don't have your experience. So you're encouraging me to keep pushing towards boiling point. And I just wanted to say that. So thank you.
Hey, Brianna, let me.
Awesome.
So I'm going to tell you, I think you literally have an advantage over Melissa. All kidding aside, let me tell you why. So I didn't know anything about it either when I got started. And so I couldn't get bogged down in working in the files when I did get them. I didn't know how. And so my processor said, it was just a wonderful man. His name, Dave Hoyt, said, hey, Carl, I'll teach you later. Right now, go get another one. And we didn't know what we were doing, but it was just like, it was a real thing. Hey, we got to pay the bills. We got rent due on this building, on our office here. So you go out and get some more, and I'll teach you as you go along. And we never got around to it. And so it kept me out of my files and from getting, tied up in all the minutiae of things, because I didn't know it. Like I didn't know anything, like literally didn't know anything. And I think that ended up being a huge, at the time, it didn't feel like it at the time, but I think it ended up being a huge advantage. So use that, kind of breathe into that and use that as your advantage that, hey, I've got a team here. They're going to help me do that stuff. I'm just going to go out and get the business. So good for you, Brandon. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you.
Awesome stuff. All right, guys, today is Sphere of Influence or Past Client Database Day, and definitely get on the blitz for members. You go to
Hey,
MMA.
and by the way, hey, Jen, I'm getting ready to sign on to Call Stars now just so we can do a little prep work. So I'll meet you over there as soon as we finish here. Okay.
So you go, if you're a Mortgage Marketing Animal member, go to the website, go to classes, go to Call Stars. It's the East Coast link, and that's what will be up and running all day long.
Day, East Coast. Yep.
All right, well, let's get on out of here. Thanks, everybody. Carl, thanks for interviewing the girls. Ladies, thanks for doing that today. That was super, super cool of you. Have a great, great day, everybody. See you later. Adios.
Have a wonderful day, everybody.